Oh wow, it's been another year again. Because apparently we only do these once a year. But welcome back. It's Tutorial Plus, where we talk about not just how to do a trick, but why it's done a certain way, where we discuss the unwritten rules of rollerblading. Today is going to be Fishbrain. It's a topside macchio, a top mock. I have my beautiful assistant with me, Anthony Medina. He's here, he's my talent. But yeah, we're gonna start from, the ground up, like the initial approach. If you've seen these before, you already know what you're getting into. It's long-winded. This is not for like a casual hobbyist, we'll say, because if you want other tutorials of how to just jump up and slide across, they're out there. We're gonna go way too in depth because I'm a nerd. Let's just say it how it is. So here we go. We were about to start filming, but I just thought of this. I wouldn't call this a beginner trick. So if you're new to skating and you're watching how-to videos, because why else would you watch how-to videos if you weren't new? This is not a beginner trick. This is more intermediate for sure. So there are a few prerequisites you should probably have under the belt before you do this. I'd say most forwards, at least forwards, like soul plate tricks, like soul grind, Mizu, macchio. I would probably learn top sole first as well, at least top sole or sweat stance, which is the topside Mizu. If you don't know how to top sole, we have a video on that. I don't think I'm linking it right here because I don't know how to link it right here, but it's at least in the description. So maybe watch the top sole video first. Fishbrain's gonna be a little bit more scary. As you may have noticed, it's a little sticky. It's a little bit hard because it's a little sticky. This is something you do have to wax pretty generously. And the reason being is, if you've skated for a while and you're already in Fishbrain territory, then you know soul plate tricks slide slower than frame-based tricks, like a Royale or something. With that being said, since you can't distribute your weight evenly between 2 feet, it's just one balance point, all your weight's on that one balance point, and not only is it sticky, but because of that, you're having to pick which part of your foot to balance on. So if it's super fast, you're leaning into your toes. If it's a little sticky, you're probably leaning more on your heel. You're probably sitting down lower. Your grab's probably extending back, out farther, just to counterbalance the stickiness of the rail. So if you're gonna learn Fishbrains, make sure to bring wax. And if you're especially new to rollerblading, try not to wax something that everyone at the skate park is skating if you're at a skate park. But if you're skating street, you're fine. Do whatever you want. Cool. So, starting off, let's start from the beginning of the trick. As I always say to everyone, we're going to approach the trick, and if we're going to jump at it, we're jumping with both feet. Now, if you're just getting a feel for it, sure, step up to it, understand what it's gonna feel like to lock and balance on just one foot, because it's gonna be scary. And that's why it's a cool trick, because it's actually scary, it's actually physically hard. So, jump with both feet, and try to lock. This is strange, because it is a topside macchio, but it's almost nothing like a macchio on something like a ledge or a box rail, right? In this case today, we're using mostly a box rail. We're using the box rail because it not only shows you the mechanics of a Fishbrain and what it would be like to do it on a ledge, because there is the ledge element of the box rail, but also what it's like to do it on a skate park box or coping. We can knock out 3 different spots in the mechanics of the Fishbrain in just one. We do have a rail that I'm going to show you in a little bit, because doing it on a rail is a little different to doing it on a box ledge as far as why, the how and the why. We'll get there later. So when you're first jumping onto this trick, it's not like a Machio. You're not locking your sole, you're locking your frame. And the idea is to lock your frame in such a way that your wheels are no longer rolling. You're so over on the side of your frame that your wheels are off and they could be rolling. Like you could spin your wheels is what I mean. Like they're off the ground. That's why it's a grind. Because if you're rolling, it's probably not a grind, it's probably a roll. You're probably just scraping your frame all over something while you're rolling on your wheels. So the gold standard is gonna be wheels are off the ground. On something like a box ledge or coping, like, is there gray area? Yeah, but we're not talking about the gray area mechanics. We're talking about a Fishbrain as, like, in the best form it can be. Like, that's what we're going for. That's what we're talking about. So we're locking frame, wheels are off the ground, and we're going. We talked about this in the topsole video. I just want to reiterate it again. You want to, if you're approaching it this way and you're going to Fishbrain this direction, you want to be on this side of the ledge when you jump. You don't want 1 foot over here because that's neutral zone infraction. Like, it's going to become a neutral Machio. No one has ever gone to a Fishbrain and approached it like this. That's a neutral Machio. So you're gonna wanna be on this side. You're gonna wanna reach across. You're gonna wanna lock it like that. And yes, that does make it scarier. And that's the point. You're putting your foot into like the deep end. Like you're in like I can slip out and get hurt territory. And that's why it's cool.
Wait, what'd you say you wanted to do?
I would love to do some neutral Fishbrains.
Let's get neutrals and far sides on lock. Oh my God.
Oh, thank God he's motivated. Man, as we were joking around about like landing farside or landing lava, I mean, and I guess I should explain lava. All right, so as we were joking around doing tricks like the wrong way, you know, oh, there's no rules, man, just have fun. Well, okay, we'll do that. But since we were joking about doing tricks the wrong way, I had known that this was gonna be like a super in-depth topic, and I just realized it as I was getting ready to speak about it, how much there is going into a Fishbrain. There's a lot of little things that make a big difference when it comes to this trick being golden. And here's some of what we were joking about, but some of like what we're striving to do. Like, it's so much more complicated than just jump up, put 1 foot on, and jump off. Like, not only are we jumping on the right side, so it's not neutral. Not only are we trying to lock our foot completely topside without the wheels rolling, but the grab even. Like, one of the things we were joking around about was like late grabs, where you lock and you're already doing the trick. You're doing a freestyle Fishbrain, and then for some reason you just grab late. Like, that's a thing that we were joking about. So one of the goals is, if you're gonna jump both feet at the same time, jump on the right side of the ledge, and you're gonna grab it, it's best to, if you can, at least at the same time. But even if you do it before, that's pretty cool too. Obviously if the obstacle's smaller, that's harder to do. But yeah, like, try to grab before or as soon as the trick begins, because there's no point in sliding for 100 miles and then at the end being like, oh, I grabbed it, you know? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
All right, so when you're grabbing, you want to grab in the pocket. I've heard people call it the pocket. So to me, there's two ways to grab where it looks good, that's like properly done. You can grab your toe, that's ugly. You can grab your heel, that's ugly. You want to be right here or right here. So basically anywhere from the middle of your sole to just past your backslide plate. This is where you want to grab. And honestly, when you do it like that, when you grab a one-footed trick and you're right here, like, it just feels good. Like, it feels like, oh, I got this fucking skate and it's going nowhere. So that's where you want to grab. Don't do this. Definitely don't do this.
Or else you're out of pocket. Now we're going to talk about landing farside, or lava, as some call it. Farside Machio is a trick, for sure. So it has its own place. However, if you're doing it on a box ledge, you know, there is such a thing as lava. It's hard to farside Machio something like a box ledge. It's hard to farside Machio coping because you'll just be on the deck. So lava's a real thing. Landing farside's a real thing. And we did a few of those. So if you're jumping from that one side of the ledge, if we're not jumping neutral, if we're jumping from this side of the ledge, you also want to be landing on that side of the ledge too. That's what makes a fishbrain a fishbrain. That's what keeps it from being a farside Machio on some obstacles. Farside Machio, like I said, it doesn't apply to coping, it doesn't apply to box ledges. It does really apply to rails. So now we're gonna do on the rail a few times. The rail's different. Well, I'll show you why. Here we go.
Are you scared?
I mean, just this side is so shitty.
This is the worst rail we could possibly learn on, dude.
I mean, just this thing.
Oh my god. Worst fears confirmed, dude.
Yeah.
We just finished doing the rail stuff. That rail is terrifying. We need to make it less frightening because it's old, it's been rained on a million times, it's breaking down. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall apart, and we're just not gonna talk about it because we'll never skate it again after this session. So as I was saying, rails are a little different than ledges, box ledges, coping, because there's more wiggle room with how you can balance it, right? So there's no way to roll on a rail. You don't have to be so pitted like to the right. Like there's a lot of like maneuvering your frame can do on there, and it's still a fishbrain. What's gonna make it a fishbrain and not a farside Machio is where you're jumping from and where you're landing. How you're balancing it, I mean, you're gonna have to balance it like in the shape of how you would do it on a ledge. Like you're gonna be leaned over. Your foot's gonna be like in a topside looking position just due to how it has to be balanced. What I'm trying to say in one sentence is this. A fishbrain on a rail is determined by where you jump from and where you land at. You need to land on the same side as the rail as where you jumped from. So okay, easy enough. If you come off on the wrong side and you meant to, if you come off the wrong side, if you come off on the other side, let's say you jump from, if the rail's here and I'm on the left and I lock a right-footed fishbrain, if I come off on this side, it's technically a farside Machio, or if you didn't even mean to do that, you landed lava. You were trying to fishbrain and you didn't do it. We call that landing lava, meaning you landed on the wrong side. You landed lava, now you're dead. So, do you have anything to say about that? Am I wrong? Like,
No, you're right.
You hear that?
But there's rules to this shit, man. No.
Well, there is. That's the whole reason we're making the video. Like,
Yeah.
okay, before I go into my end of time rant, let's break it down from start to finish so we can see what we're getting into here. To do a fishbrain, we're approaching the ledge. We're keeping our feet, both of our feet, on one side of the ledge, not getting into that neutral territory. We're jumping both feet at the same time. We're trying to, if you're grabbing, you're trying to grab the foot at least by the time the trick is locked, just not late. When you're locking, we're trying to lock the foot to where it's just the frame touching and the wheels are not rolling on the ground. If there's a definite end to the spot, you want to slide all the way to the end of the spot if you can. And when you land, you want to land on the right side of the ledge with both feet on the ground at the same time. And that's it. You did a Fishbrain. We did a Fishbrain. That took us altogether 250 tries. So, you know, if it takes you a few tries, you don't land it and get frustrated, don't even worry about it, because we did not do as many as we tried. So.
We did good though. I'd say we missed maybe 5.
Yeah, we didn't fall.
5 apiece.
I like having falls because I like to show people like what it looks like when you miss, but I don't want to do, it's too early for that. We're not gonna fall today.
And when you fall on the proper Fishbrain and you just slide on top of the ledge, like, that's like the worst fall.
Yes, so don't wish that on us this morning. I don't wish it on you. I wish everyone actually good luck with this one. Take it slow, go slow. You know, don't give yourself the pressure of trying to learn it in a day. Give yourself 100 days, straight up. Like, have it mastered after 100 days. I say the word mastered. I'm sure you'll lock it and slide it and land it, but I think, you know, this is a journey. My rollerblade journey. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's it. Tutorial Plus for the first time in a year, I think. Thank you, Ant. Big thank you, Ant. I really like doing these because it's been decades now. Rollerblading has been evolving, and our, you know, community's been coming together and deciding what is this thing gonna be. And I know there's a lot of people out there, like if you get on Reddit or something, that are like, forget the rules, man, just have fun. And that's true. Like, you know, you can make it anything you want to be, but when you're just learning, it's great to have a foundation to learn from. And I would love to help people build that foundation with what it is we've taught ourselves over the past 3 decades of rollerblading existing, if not more. And that's where these ideas have come from. I didn't make these up. You know, if you watch the best pros in the world, they skate like that. Like, these aren't just random ideas. These are definitely like things we've all been cultivating together across the world. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, thank you so much for supporting Jumbo. If you like what we're doing here, I usually make a long-winded description, but at the bottom of all those, or maybe at the top, there's a link to our website. There's a link to Oak City Skate. We've got products. We've got a lot more than just tutorials. If this is your first time watching us, we've got street skating docu-series. We've got what else we got? We got a podcast. We got setup breakdown tutorials. We got like event reports in a way. We've got a lot of stuff. So anyways, I just want to say thanks so much. Thanks so much to all of our members. If you support us like that, that's crazy, and thank you. It really helps. Should I hawk the wheels? Should I be hawking? Oh yeah, Hey, Jumbo, Oak City Skate. We got stuff like we got the new Wolfman shirt. We got the Gator shirt. We got the Heath Burley wheel. We got the Gator wheel. We got a bunch of stuff going on at Oak City Skate. All those links are in the description. Thank y'all so much for watching. This is like actually my favorite thing to make, for sure. I love it. So, because rollerblading's so much more hard than anyone's ever gonna know. Because when you do it well, it looks easy. And as you saw after this video, just one simple trick, jump, grind, land. There's a lot of different things that go into this that make it so hard. And even harder to look good. So, good luck!